Once a year in Moscow, you can admire hundreds of technical, long-forgotten inventions at the exhibition of vintage cars. Many unique exhibits were taken from the museum storerooms and restored especially for this event. The Moskvich 415S was the very first Soviet SUV. It was this car and not the Niva, as many believe. At first, no one hoped that the car had survived because only drawings and photographs remained. But a few years ago, a Moskvich 415S was found in an abandoned allotment garden. It was made more like a crossover than a passenger car, but smaller in its class and size than the Gaz 69 and Waz 469. Therefore, the car was to become the vehicle of village residents and the vehicle of village mayors. Well, it wouldn't be superfluous for the army either, because the format of the car is very correct. We tested it yesterday on the off-road. It went perfectly. This year, the car show is dedicated to the 75th anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War. The triumphant symbol of victory is a complete collection of ceremonial cabriolets in one hall. From ZIS 110 phaetons, which in 1955 the first time replaced horses during the November parades in Red Square, to the latest parade Aurus, which has been first presented to the public here. Visitors could see another unique example of the domestic automobile industry with their own eyes only at this exhibition. Many people remember Yemelia, the character of the folk tales, who rode on a stove that was heated with firewood. But not many people know that in reality there were cars running on wood. The Gaz 42, the pre-war gas generator, is the only example that has survived. Gas-generating cars were used everywhere, starting on the Lifeline route on the Ladога. There were transport units that drove on the ice, because it was easier to find wood than oil. On the home front, almost the entire economy worked for them, because there was plenty of people to cut wood. In the novel by Yulian Semyonov, Stirlitz's car was a powerful and expensive Porsche, but in the film version it was replaced by a middle-class Mercedes, matching more the modest image of the main character and his home. So an ordinary and unremarkable model became famous as the Mercedes of Stirlitz. This is a saved car, and this is a trophy. From 1941 to 1943, the car was part of the German forces, and in 1943 it was recaptured and taken as a trophy by the Caucasian District Artillery Detachment, and it was behind the lines as part of the surveillance forces, absolutely like in the movies. It saw action many times, it was shot through, it had bullet holes, its engine was shot through, and when the war ended in 1946, it was immediately written off. The rarest examples of motorcycles and cars are hunted by gambling collectors. Especially for them, all Q cars are sold at auctions. Now you don't have to go abroad for these reasons. Unique auctions will be held right in the exhibition hall. Rare cars will be auctioned off. The starting lot price is from several thousand to tens of millions of rubles. Alexander Kononov, Vladimir Bragin, TV Bricks.